y'all. So I am actually in Arizona right now. I am on my way back to Phoenix. Just left the Airbnb. Actually, you know what? I want to show you guys this. Hold on one second. Let me pull over. Look at this view. How do I turn this? Here, look. Look at this view, you guys. Like, this is the view coming out of the neighborhood that I was staying in. It is probably one of the most beautiful things I've seen in a very long time. And this video probably does not do it any justice at all, but it's gorgeous. So let me fill you in on what's been going on. I have been in Arizona for the last couple of days, just 2 days, because I promised myself earlier this year that I was going to either see the Grand Canyon or Niagara Falls. And I've had 2 occasions already this year where I had the opportunity to go to both places, and I didn't take those chances. I didn't go. So a couple of weeks ago, maybe about a month ago, I was up at like 3 o'clock in the morning just scrolling, and you know how you kind of compare your life to those that are on your Facebook feed or your Instagram feed or whatnot, and I just kind of felt very discouraged, and I just kind of felt like there was something missing in my life, and I just kind of wanted to get away for a little bit. So I impulsively purchased a ticket to Phoenix, and I was like, you know what, it's now or never. And I'm not saying now or never like it's never gonna happen, but if I didn't take that chance to just buy the ticket and just go, then who's to say how much longer I would have waited before coming to the Grand Canyon. So I bought a ticket to Phoenix, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go. And thank God I did, because here I am. I saw the Grand Canyon yesterday. I was debating on whether or not to do a vlog or just a blog post recapping my trip and my experience, and I actually thought that, you know what, I need to do a vlog, because I don't often talk about this on my channel, and I've realized that I don't often talk about this on any of my social media outlets as often as I would have liked to. And so I kind of feel comfortable enough on my channel, and I kind of feel like I've established friendships. Even though it's online, I kind of consider a lot of y'all like primas of mine, you know, like cousins of mine that I can talk to and just kind of share my life with, and you can kind of do the same and reciprocate that friendship with me. But I feel like I haven't talked enough about my faith, and it's something that has weighed in on me so much for so long, and I feel like I'm becoming comfortable enough to talk about it in a way that I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I'm in a place now where I can talk about my faith and not worry about what other people have to say about it or of me. I always spend a lot of time worrying about what tomorrow will bring, or worrying about where life is going to take me from here on out, whether it be from here till next week, here to next month, here to next year, or 5 years down the line, or 10 years down the line. And there are so many times where I question why I'm not where I want to be in my life, or why, you know, I'm not married, for example, or why I don't have a family of my own by now, or why this and why that. And I mentioned those 2 because those 2 are usually the top concerns of mine that run through my brain. And I always forget, not that I forget, but I don't always acknowledge that God is the one who's in charge of my life, that God is the one who has a plan for everything, including what my future will entail and what will happen in my life in the future. Sometimes we're always caught up in, you know, our day-by-day lifestyles, you know, caught up in this routine of like, wake up in the morning, go to work, come back from work, you know, spend a little bit of time with your family, go to sleep, wake up in the morning, and do the same thing over and over and over again. It's just like a standard routine that we all just kind of fall into, and we don't always remember or acknowledge that there's so much more to this world than just what we go through day by day. So that's why I kind of feel like this trip has just opened my eyes to God and God's love, and how much bigger this world is in comparison to my small little world that I've built for myself at home. I'm not quite sure what the purpose of this video is or will be, but I just kind of wanted to share that with you all, and to let you know that wherever you are in your life, whatever it is that you're doing, wherever it is that you live, you are not forgotten. God has a plan for you. God knows what he's doing with your life. If there's something that you're going through in your life that just feels like it's such a burden to go through, or if there's something that you're going through that just kind of feels like, where is God? Know that he will never give you more than you can handle, and know that there is a plan for everything, whether we like it or not, and I hate to say it like that sometimes, because I kind of feel like sometimes when you put it in that perspective, a lot of people kind of shy away from their faith or from God, or wanting to talk about it or wanting to embrace it and this, that, or the other. I just kind of feel like this trip was a way for me to rediscover myself, and also rediscover the love that I have for Christ and the love that I have for life. If you've never been to the Grand Canyon, please pick a day in the year. I don't care what day it is. Pick a day in the year, a day where it seems semi-flexible for you, or even if it doesn't seem flexible. Let's say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna challenging you. Pick a day in 2017. I don't care what day it is. The later down in the year, maybe the better, because then you can plan your life around this trip, or the sooner the better, and then you could just get it out of your way and just say you've done it. But just pick a day in 2017 and say, you know what? I'm going to the Grand Canyon. I'm just gonna do it. I'll tell you one thing. I have a friend of mine, her name is Amy. Hi Amy, if you're watching this. She has inspired me in so many ways to travel more, because this girl would just pick up one day and be like, hey y'all, I'm in the Grand Canyon, or hey y'all, I'm in Ireland, or hey y'all, I'm wherever it is that she is. And I want to be that person. I want to be the person and be like, you know what, hey y'all, I'm in obviously the Grand Canyon, or hey y'all, I'm in Niagara Falls, or hey y'all, I'm in Australia. And I say this because that's my goal for next year. And just go, just pick up and just go, just leave and just travel alone. This is Route 66. How did I get here? Cool, I'm on Route 66. I'm in Flagstaff, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that already. I'm in Arizona. I stayed in Flagstaff. I stayed in an Airbnb. I've never done that before, and I was so scared. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna stay in somebody's house and they're gonna be like serial killers and no one's gonna be able to find me. And I made sure to like screenshot the address and send it to like everyone in my family, like, this is where I'm going. If you don't hear from me, come find me. But I stayed in this cute little home. Shout out to Dan and Patty. They were my hosts, and I couldn't have asked for a better first Airbnb experience. Like, it was probably, I don't know if my first, I don't even know what to say. It was so cool. If you've never done Airbnb before, do it. I'm challenged. Like, that's 2 challenges in this video. Travel, just pick a day, go to the Grand Canyon, and number 2, stay in an Airbnb. And if you're coming to the Grand Canyon, stay at Dan and Patty's house, because they know what they're doing and they're super cool and super down to earth, and just made me feel like I was staying at Thea's house, or my house. They were super cool. It is 43 degrees outside and my seat is warm. I'm driving the, I don't think I mentioned this. I'm driving the Kia Sportage SX, the 2017. It is so pretty, so beautiful. If you've been following me on Instagram, then you probably saw a couple of pictures that I posted. And if you're reading my blog post, then you probably have already seen everything that has to do with this car. But it's such a gorgeous car. It has, look at this panoramic sunroof, by the way, or moonroof, or sunroof. Check that out, first of all. My seats are heated, my steering wheel is heated, which makes driving in 43 degree weather just so comfortable. I feel very safe in this car. It's huge. Well, it's kind of like the perfect size. I don't want to say it's huge, because I think the Sorento is bigger, but I think that it's a great size for what I need. It also has navigation. That has been helping me get around, because I have no idea where I'm going. I literally got into the car and I was like, all right, where am I going? When I booked the flight to come to Arizona, the only 2 destinations that I had in mind were the Grand Canyon and the place where my Airbnb was. other than that, I had no itinerary for myself. I had no idea where I was going. I was just kind of winging it. So I really like that the navigation, you can just kind of punch in like coffee house, and it'll show up the coffee houses in your area, or you can punch in like sushi restaurant. That's what I did last night. I said sushi restaurant, and it popped up a sushi restaurant that I recommended, and the food was awesome. I don't remember the name of it, and I'll probably put that information in my blog post, but it was pretty awesome. I like that the navigation just kind of reminds me that I am safe, and that even though I don't know where I'm going, wherever it is that I decide to go, this car will help me get there. So I like it. Let me tell you all about what happened to me this morning. So I woke up early. I woke up around 6-ish, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna see the sunrise, because I've actually never seen the sunrise before. I am 29 years old and I've never seen the sunrise. I've tried maybe like 2 or 3 times, but something always happens to where I'm not able to see it. So I woke up at 6 o'clock and said, you know what, Rocio, today is the day you're gonna see a sunrise. And I remember yesterday on the way to the Grand Canyon, I took like the scenic route, I guess, or the only route that I had available to get there. And I knew that there was a lot of open road. So I was like, I'm just gonna drive until I find an open area, and I'm gonna see the sunrise. On my way to the open area, I saw a sign that said, I think it was like Arizona snow-capped, snow dome, snow something. It was the mountain, right? It was like a mountain, probably the mountain that I showed you earlier. I think it's actually the mountain that I showed you earlier. And I was like, oh, this is a sign. Literally, it was a sign, but this is a sign I should be going this way. So I went that way. I drove all the way to the top. And when I tell you, my heart was racing so fast because it was dark. I was the only one on the road. I had no idea where I was going. I didn't even have the navigation on to tell me where I could possibly be headed. I was just driving, and I was so scared. I thought, I think like 2 or 3 times, Rocio, you should probably turn around. You should probably go back, find another way. If you miss the sunrise, there will be lots of others. Just go back. I was like, you know what? I'm already on my way. I'm just gonna keep going. I was literally freaking out on the way up there. When I got up there, by the way, my navigation is like, it's also a compass. It tells me where like what direction is which, right? So I'm driving up there, and I'm like, I'm wanting to look over to the side, but it just looks so high from where I was driving that it just scared me even more. So I just kept driving. I just kept going. I was like, don't look down, don't look to the side, don't freak yourself out. And when I finally got to the top, I had this beautiful view of Flagstaff. Gorgeous view of Flagstaff. I was just like speechless. Took my breath away. So I parked and I looked out there, and mind you, I wasn't looking at the compass at the time because I was just mesmerized at the view. I was just looking, and I was like, where is the sun? And I saw it was getting brighter and brighter, and I was like, where is the sun? And I finally looked at the compass, and I was facing west. The sun rises in the east, not the west. So I was on the complete opposite side, looking in the opposite direction from the sunrise. So I was like, man, I missed the sunrise again. But I will tell you this. So what I saw was obviously the view that I had of Flagstaff. And it was like there was a huge blanket covering that view, or covering all of Flagstaff. As the sun continued to rise, even though I couldn't see the sun, as the sun continued to rise, it was like the morning was slowly pulling the covers off of Flagstaff to wake it up. I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly, but it was just kind of like, it was just like Flagstaff was waking up with the sun. And I just remember watching that and praying and thanking God for the opportunity to be here, really, and to witness that and to see that. And even though it wasn't what I was hoping to see, which was the actual sunrise, it just reminded me that all of the anxiety that I had, you know, building up in me as I was driving up there, and all the thoughts telling me to turn back, and all the, you know, all of that fear that was built up because of the fact that I had no idea where I was going, and then to finally reach the top and to witness that just reminded me of my own life and my own experience. Like, you guys have, I mean, yes, you have ideas. Everyone has been through this. You can't watch this video and tell me you've never been through this. But to know that you're going through some kind of situation in life, or you're going through something and you're filled with fear, or you want to turn around and go back, or you don't even want to start the journey because you don't know where you're going. It's not until you take the time to make the journey that you will find the glory when you reach your destination. That goes with my experience this morning with the, not so sunrise, and also with every other adventure that I've either not taken or wanted to take or have taken and not finished. It just puts everything in perspective. Alright y'all, so I am on my way back to Phoenix from Flagstaff. It is about a 2-hour and 15-minute drive according to my navigation, and I have to be at the airport in the next 2 hours, so that's gonna be a fun drive. Hopefully I am not too late and I don't miss my flight or anything like that. But I just wanted to say, give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it, and if you want to see more videos like this, like I said earlier, I feel comfortable and excited sharing with you all where I am on my faith journey, and also where I am in life, because it's more than just your girl journey, right? It's all about where you are with God, right? It's about where you are in life. So I wanted to share with you all where I was, and hopefully you guys can relate and we can have a discussion starting soon, hopefully. I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to share it on this channel instead of my vlog channel, which I started and apparently have not been keeping up with it. So yeah, you'll probably see more of these kinds of videos on this channel on Fridays. But yeah, give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. All you have to do is click that big bright red subscribe button, and then after clicking the subscribe button, click on that bell, because the bell is what's going to turn on your notifications so you don't miss another video. I love y'all. Un besito, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.